You're being drained. This is James Voss. No comfort, no excuses. Just discipline, fire, and truth. Be real or be forgotten. Let's start with this. If you feel exhausted, ignored, bitter, or walked on by people around you, it's probably not because you're too nice. It's because you don't say no. You say yes when you're tired. You say yes when you're uncomfortable. You say yes even when every cell in your body screams, I don't want this. And then you wonder why you feel invisible. Why people take advantage. Why you feel like a shell of a man. Here's the truth. If you keep pleasing everyone, you will eventually hate everyone, including yourself. Why you became a people pleaser. Nobody wakes up and says, I want to be a doormat. It usually starts early. You were taught that being like meant being safe. That saying yes meant being good. That staying quiet and going along meant you'd avoid pain. Maybe your parents only praised you when you were helpful. Maybe you were punished for speaking up. Maybe you learned that conflict equals rejection. So you build a life where your first instinct is to serve, to agree, to soften your voice and your opinions, to fit in. But here's what you didn't realize. Every time you say yes to something you hate, you're saying no to your own soul. What's costing you? Let's stop pretending this is harmless. Being a people pleaser has consequences. It's not cute. It's not humble. It's not generous. It's self-betrayal. Let's list the damage. 1. You never have time for yourself. 2. You bottle up resentment, then explode at the wrong people. 3. You attract users, manipulators, and narcissists. 4. You lose sleep. You lose energy. You lose identity. 5. You hate how weak you become, but you keep playing nice because you're scared of rejection. And worst of all, you wake up one day and realize no one actually knows the real you because you've buried him under a pile of fake smiles and forced favors. The moment you realize you're done, there's a day that comes for every man who's had enough. Maybe it's after your girl walks all over you and doesn't even respect you anymore. Maybe it's after your boss piles on one more favor you never agreed to. Maybe it's after a friend uses your time like it's theirs. And something snaps, not in rage, but in clarity. You realize, I've been giving pieces of myself away like candy, hoping they'll like me. And all I've become is bitter, tired, and unseen. That's the moment you say, no more. How to say no and rebuild yourself. Now let's rebuild. Let's relearn the one word that's going to change your life. No, not rudely, not violently, but firmly, clearly, unapologetically. Here's how. 1. Pause before responding. Someone asks for something, breathe. Say, let me think about it. Don't auto-agree. Give yourself space to choose. 2. Speak in full sentences. Say, no, I'm not available. Not, I'm not sure, maybe I'll see. Be clear. Don't leave doors open you don't want to walk through. 3. Don't over-explain. You don't owe long excuses. You're not on trial. A simple, that doesn't work for me, is powerful. For let silence do the work. Say your no and stop talking. Most people push boundaries because they know you'll fold. Prove them wrong. 5. Accept the discomfort. You will feel awkward. That's okay. That's growth. That's the feeling of your spine forming again. How people will react and why it's good. People will notice. Some will be shocked. Some will guilt trip you. Others will get angry. Why? Because you're changing the rules. You're no longer easy to manipulate. You're no longer soft and pliable. For the right people, they'll respect it. They'll sense the energy shift. They'll feel the weight behind your presence. You're no longer a boy seeking approval. You're a man setting the tone. And suddenly, your time is yours. Your energy is yours. Your life is yours. What you gain when you master this art. Mastering the art of saying no gives you something more valuable than money. It gives you freedom. Freedom to spend time how you choose. Freedom to build your body, your craft, your purpose. Freedom to show up real, not rehearsed. Freedom to protect your energy from vampires and parasites. You become dangerous in the best way. Not aggressive, not angry, but deeply grounded, immovable, solid. You walk into a room and people feel it. You're not there to please. You're there because you chose to be. And the world respects a man who knows how to choose himself. The challenge. Here's your challenge. Today, right now, say no to something that doesn't serve you. A favor you don't want to do. A call you don't want to answer. A person who only shows up when they need something. Say no and don't explain. Feel the awkwardness. Breathe through it and walk away. This is the first rep, the first pull-up, the first real step toward becoming a man who is respected, not used. If you don't do this now, you'll waste another year trying to keep people happy who don't even notice your effort. But if you choose yourself, if you build your boundaries, you'll become the man no one dares disrespect. Because they'll finally feel what you've buried for too long. A man with weight, a man with spine, a man who knows how to say no.